A very good morning and thank you for all joining us for this webinar. Okay, my name is Shishir and I'll be taking you through this today. And this webinar is regarding the BOM management. That is a continuation to our already previously we have missed other webinars in terms of like the ERP connecting, how to connect with ERP, how to manage projects, and also how to look for demand forecast. So if you have missed any of those, please reach out to us to the same emailer that you got our this webinar invite through, so that we can connect with you and further share you the details that you might want to know about all these contents with regard to DTX. Okay. A quick introduction about myself. My name is Shishir Armurthy. I am the product owner for the DTX product portfolio, and I've been working at Beacon for last 5 years, and I have experience in CAD, PDM, PLM systems. And my experience is deeply involved with different industries, verticals from aerospace, automotive, consumer electronics, and so on. We are involved in the intricacies of implementation, integration, and migration processes, ensuring seamless transitions and optimal functionality for every customer we interact with. Over the years, we have observed that there are certain gaps left when working with multiple tools and solutions in various design and manufacturing processes. One such gap is in managing BOM and its variants such as E-BOM and M-BOM, which is our agenda for the webinar on how to overcome this gap. To assist our customers and to overcome this E-BOM and M-BOM challenges, we have proudly introduced DTX. DTX stands for Digital Transformation for Excellence. It's an initiative by Beacon. This is our homegrown product that we have developed with our 22 years of consulting and supporting over 4,000 plus customers. And we're taking care of the development, implementation, and support to our customers. DTX plays a vital role in connecting different systems that might not usually work together. We have observed that almost every customer has processes that could be made better for smoother collaboration and integrating data seamlessly. As a part of this process, we introduced the Material Master and BOM module, a significant development aimed at easing BOM management. DTX acts as a transformative solution, giving our customers the tools to start a digital transformation journey using their data to make their system work even better. DTX is an initiative that is being led by Mr. Nanan Ramaswamy along with a team of 20 members. He has 25 years of experience in software development and has worked at companies like Dassault Systems, Autodesk, Think3, Siemens Business, and many more. And he has been developing software in the field of construction. I would like to just put on a poll so that we can get the idea, understand how the audience, to know more about the audience that is today here in the session. The first poll that we are going to put across is, just launch it. Yeah, we want to understand more on what are the challenges that you're facing when it comes to the BOM management. So we'll keep this poll open for another 30 seconds or so, and you can just go in and give your inputs. As I can see, the majority of you have issues when it comes to the manual updation of BOM, and then second comes the keeping track and the mismatch that happens with the bill of materials, and finally, then it comes to the version or sharing with BOM, so sharing BOM with the vendors and suppliers. That's fine. So now DTX is actually a product that actually sits on these challenges and ensures that these challenges can be overcome. So we will see in this webinar how DTX plays the role in ensuring that these challenges can be overcome. I want to quickly have one more poll launched here just to understand. How many of you are currently using either SolidWorks BOM or the Excel-based system to handle your? We'll be closing the poll now. Okay, we can see that almost 40% of you are either using SolidWorks BOM or both of them, and about 36 of you are on Excel and 13% on others. Okay, let me just find this. So moving on, let me just give you a quick brief of what DTX is all about. So DTX is a product that has been developed by Beacon, as I mentioned, and basically we are trying to create an ecosystem where we will be able to handle all these disconnected systems together. So DTX brings in following functions. One is the BOM and item master management, that you'll be able to handle your material master and bill of material data. It also comes with project planning tools so that you can manage your projects, define schedules, and track their performance with the resources and also as well as the task and everything, so that you will be able to have understanding how the project is going. Next, we have insights and forecasting that allows you to further, like with using all this data across, we can further give you insights or the intelligence to take calls on how to be, how to improve your efficiency by having insights and forecasting, so that you'll understand better and take a proper decision based on whenever there is a change within the project or within the process. Next, we also provide custom development. So if you have any custom requirements that has to be developed for you, then we can help you in those cases as well. And also, we provide services with regards to integration, such as integrating with ERP, PDM, PLM, or any other data repositories across. Now, I would like just to understand how many of you within the audience are interested in the other modules of the DTX. So we'll open the. Okay, so I can see that like about 60% of you are interested in project planning, and around 40% interested in the rest of the integration and forecasting, and majority of you in the BOM. So we will reach out to you who are interested in project planning and the other services. We will send you a mailer regarding these content and any updates that we come across with these functions of the DTX, so that we can take this discussion further. So starting with the convention, the BOM management, the agenda which we have for today. So conventionally, the BOM creation happens with the help of the CAD and extracting the bill of material with the help of the table within the CAD file. So either we create a CAD model, then take it to drawing, and then create a bill of material, or it could be done directly in the Excel as well. Right. So that's the conventional method of creating bill of material. Now, once the bill of material is generated and appropriate data are filled, right? So then we further modify it with the required set of content, such as the, for E-BOM, M-BOM, purchase BOM, supplying and purchase servicing. So all these, there are multiple variants of BOM that we create with the help of the Excel or with SolidWorks bill of material itself. Now, when we do this, there are certain things that we have to manage. So let's get into it, what it is about. So now when we create an Excel-based bill of material or a SolidWorks-based bill of material, we update them with the data like the unit of measurement and the type, as you can see here. There could be other properties which might not come into the SolidWorks CAD as such, but are required for further processing. So once we make this update, we then send it out across to the various departments like manufacturing, supply chain, quality, and then vendors and servicing. Sorry, I think my screen was missed out. Let me just repeat this. I think my screen was on pause. Okay, so once we have the CAD and we have extracted the bill of material, when either in the drawing or in the Excel, we go about adding the other contents which we need, like the unit of measurement, the type that I was explaining just now. There could be other properties, like from where you are getting that material from, where it is being built, and there could be the properties against the material that you might want to track. So all those things might not come inside the design bill of material, right? It would be all built separately in an Excel or some other format, and then shared to all these departments based on their need. Manufacturing needs in separate format, supply chain needs in a different data sets, a different format, quality requires a different format, and same goes for vendors and our servicing section of the team. Now, the real challenges come when actually the design gets modified, like you add few more components to it, or you update some, or you replace some component inside of this bill of material. So what happens is that this bill of material needs to be further again modified with the relevant data which are required for each and every department. So this is where the intricacy lies. So when you have to do this, so this leads actually user to lose their time in manual editing, and further they have to end up in the hassle of ensuring that all the BOM variants that they have built, so all these departments are up to date across all the divisions, and notify them saying that there's a change, and make sure that you get the latest version of this, and also keeping track with regards to BOM that are associated with the previous orders. That is another big challenge that comes in when we are doing all this manually, right? So you might have certain orders that have been raised or that have been pushed across with the previous bill of material, but with certain change, you now want to ensure that the new update goes for some of them, but whereas the other orders can stick with the previous. So all this hassle comes in when you have to take care in the manual process. And at the end, this leads to having a lot of cost to the company. The main reason for all this is because the data that is out there between the CAD and the Excel-based BOM that we are using to share it to the team members is disconnected. Now, that's where DTX comes into picture. It actually brings in an ecosystem wherein you'll be able to connect your CAD, okay, so that you can manage your items and the bill of materials. Also, it allows you to connect your PLM data, okay, and also with ERP. Now, once you get in connection with the ERP, you can also pull and push data across from the CAD and the PLM to ERP, or also from ERP to back to PLM and CAD. And it doesn't just stop at that. It also allows you to use or utilize any other data repository apart from these CAD, PLM, and ERP. If you have any other data repositories that you want to utilize or bring in the systems inside the GTX ecosystem, you can always bring them in and be able to make connections and build a thread, a digital thread that connects everything with related design from the very beginning of its concept stage till its end of life, that is, could be servicing or till it's dispatched. Whatever may be your use case scenario, we will be able to help you in building this digital thread that data across. So with the help of DTX, what advantages you'll get is that you'll be able to generate BOM with associativity with a CAD, okay, and the BOM are connected. So once you build a CAD model, you'll be able to upload that data directly to DTX, and it will store everything within the database. And then whatever modification goes through, you'll be able to keep track of it and also create multiple variants, just like how we were talking about, like for manufacturing, for supply, for servicing, for vendors. So you can build all these variants. Then further, you can control the life cycle of the bill of material, like whether they're obsolete, they're released, and all those things. And also, whenever there's a change, the other big thing that comes in picture when managing with the BOMs is whenever material master gets modified with certain properties, like if there's a change in terms of the, let's say, the quantity, or not just quantity, the material properties like the raw material data, like what is required to build the product, and also the other properties that could be there, like unit of measurements and various things related to the management of the materials. If any of those property get changed, those gets pushed to the BOM as well as per the relevant columns that has been defined. Okay. So let's get started, and I'll not keep you just talking and showcasing the screen on what it is about. Let me just show you what exactly the DTX material. So this is the login page. So I'll be logging in here. So with the help of the credentials, what role you have within this system, and then you'll be able to give an access on that basis to either create, modify, access the data. Okay. So each user would have their login credentials. Let me just yeah. Just give a minute. There's some network issue that we're coming across. Yeah. So this is the home page of the DT. So once we log in, we'll be able to see this dashboard where I can see how many projects are there and all those things. And we're talking about material master. So the material master is stored here in the item master module. So we have multiple modules like forms, projects, documents. That's where you can store documents and manage them, revision and everything. We have item master, BOM, project planning, timesheets, forecasting. We also have insights across. So in the material master, you'll be able to store all the data across. So you can see there's material ID, material name, PLM ID, unit of measurements, and many more. Now, apart from just storing data, you can also update. Like here, you can see there are other properties like how much inventory is there, what is the effectivity of this, if there is a particular lead time, and you can also associate some tags. so that when you're looking for any materials, you can use these tags as or the labels so that you can search for them. Like, okay, so all those things can be done. And apart from that, you have other life cycle statuses, like you can lock this, you can make it obsolete so that it further cannot be used in the new bill of materials, but it will be intact when it comes to the already existing bill of materials. Okay, and in the metal master, it's not just about the material that you're using, you can also manage the resources. So if you have any resources that you're going to utilize, let's say in the project planning or any other like while defining the schedule, so you can define your resources here and add them as a property, and then you can showcase how much of the utilization is there in terms of the project plan. Okay. Now let's see how we can upload material master data. So one way is always create is the method of creating the material. So you can just say add material and go about filling the data. So I can fill in properties and I can create a new material. Okay, this is one way to doing it. The other way is with the help of the plugin. So we have a solid this Excel-based plugin that allows you to actually pull bulk upload data to the material. So here I have certain set of proper materials defined, and I'm selecting which sheet and to which it should be uploaded to. So as soon as I select this and say upload, all the data that's are new gets updated, and anything which is old, like in this particular material control software, was actually the data that's already existing. So I just so it did not update it across. So you can see all the data has been populated with relevant fields. So this way you can bulk upload your data to the Metal Master, or we can build a plugin if you have a location where you have everything stored, then we can create a plugin from where we can pull in all the data into this Metal Master and then store it across. So you can see there are other properties such as PLM ID, ERP ID. So this allows you to connect data across from PLM and the ERP, so that if there's two different numbering scheme followed, but at the end, the material that's associated in these both sections will be connected in a way. Okay. Further, let's look at how we can assign materials. So now the next step that takes place is in terms of once I have the materials, now I'll be utilizing these materials to assign it to the CAD model. So here I have one CAD model where I can go to the property of a component. So and then start assigning. So here also we have plugin where you can log in the data, so the credentials, and then select the relevant tenant. So we have a mechanism of tenant and collaborator where if you purchase DTs, you become the owner tenant, and you can call in your vendors and suppliers who work on your bill of materials to work with us collaborators for free. Okay. So to assign a material, you can just select this. I'm setting this belt drive and then opening this property. And right now, if I go to the custom property, you can see that the properties are blank. Okay. Now, once I go back and say assign material to this model, so I'll just select the model and say assign material. So this will actually populate the materials that were actually updated to the DTX just now from the material master. And I can use the filters and the tags. So as I'm explaining, tags can become a label that can be used to filter for data. So this is how we can do that. So once I assign, the properties that were just pushed with regards to the metal master are updated to the custom property of the component. So you can see all those properties have come across now. Okay. So this way you'll be able to assign to all the components while creating your design. You can just go about and start adding the materials. Now let us look at how we can upload the bill of material, the next step. So now that I have completed all the models with assigning their properties, I can go ahead and upload bill of material also. Okay. So to upload the bill of material, I just have to select the model main assembly. Okay, so which has all the child components with its relevant data class. So select that and then say upload BOM. Now at this point, I have to again just select the tenant where it's going to be added to, and then I have to select a product code. So with the DTX, we have something called as product code. That is same as your material ID or material part number, whatever you're using. But product code is to define it as a semi-finished good, more or less. So you can pick that particular material ID of the semi-finished good and say upload to that. So you can see all the list of the components that have assigned the data come across. And once I click on upload bill of material, the BOM would be updated. So we can go back to TX and we can see how this particular BOM has been updated. So here you can see in the BOM, I'll search for the product code that we just uploaded. And once select, I can go to the BOM name. So this is the variant design BOM that we get created just now, and you can see all the properties, all the components have been updated. I just have to check in so to save this data. So once this I save it, it will be made available to you for further BOM creation. Okay. So this way, we will be able to use DTX plugins and the DTX functions to create, upload materials from SolidWorks plugin, and also assign the existing materials to file and then further upload the BOM. Now let's talk about what this BOM variant that I was speaking of. So let me show you in the browser itself. Let's go back to the browser. So if you remember at the very beginning, I was talking about that the BOM once created from engineering, it further boils down to being created with multiple variants like the manufacturing BOM, purchase BOM, service BOM, and vendor BOM based on if it is a bought out. So there are multiple variations to that. Another login. So here you can see there are multiple bill of materials that have been created, and each would have its own variants that's been created across for various purposes. So let me select this one once and for that. So I have created design BOM here. In this case, so here you can see there's design BOM, then there's one more inherited that I have created. So these are multiple variants. So here you can just say create BOM. Either you can start by adding a new one, or you can say inherit from. Okay. So I'll deep down into what this does in a moment. So inherit function allows you to build a connection or associativity between the BOM that you're creating now with an existing BOM, so that whenever the parent through which the BOM has been inherited, if that gets updated, you'll get an intimation within this new BOM saying that the BOM that was referred is outdated, so you want to update it or not. I'll just show you how it works basically. This other is called as copy from, when you want to create a BOM with the same content, but you don't want to have any connection between these two, like we just now we just saw in inherit. Then you go about and say copy from, and if you want to create everything from scratch, then you can just say add and you can create new one. So let me just go here and I'll select the material and let me just go search for. I had one. So the product code that I'm searching for is basically another material. This is basically a semi-finished good. Okay. So when I say semi-finished good, is like it's a mini assembly containing other components that we have built. So let me just go to that and search for the product. So this is one bill of material that I have. So here I have an E-BOM that has been created across. Okay. So in this I have this component, which is the 1100, and then there are two other material IDs that have been added across. Okay. Let me show you how the inherit function works. So I say create BOM and I say inherit from, and it says inherit from the E-BOM, and I can give a name to this. This is a E-BOM inherit, and let's say this is I'm doing for the purpose of creating a manufacturing bill of material. So I'll give it as M-BOM as a name. So now we got this E-BOM which is inherited, and you can see all the components which are there have been copied. To this, I can go ahead and start editing this entity and then build the data. So you can also see that since I've added these components, even they're showing me sales price and total cost. So this costing is something that is coming across from the data that has been built into the property of the material. So if I were to go to this, let's take 1,000. Here I have 3,000. So you can see there is unit cost associated with it, which has been made property of So if you enter what is the unit cost and what is the sales price, this will also give you the when you build the BOM, it will give you the total cost of how much this particular BOM is going to be based on the how many components it has and how it will be built. So let me just go ahead and I'll start adding a few more components. This is my M-BOM, so I will start adding the data across. Let me just pick a few more components like just 2001 and 2000. I want to add these, and I'll just add some and I'll just save. So you can see right now I added these two materials to this property, and now I can see there's a total sale price and a total cost that has been got updated based on the values. So as you build this bill of material for the manufacturing, so from design you build the engineering BOM. Now for the manufacturing you add your consumables like lubricants and other data. So when you add this, automatically these bill of material gets updated with those values, right? So let me just check this in and create this particular variant. Now, how this inherent function work is the next question. So let's say the E-BOM that I am working with gets modified. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit this as a checkout, and I'll go ahead and edit this component. I'll add one more new component, which is out here, and I'll increase its quantity. Just save it. So I got this new item, and the price has changed for this again. So let me check this in. Now this has been updated to version 2. Now let us look at the inherit, what has happening to that. Now you can see there is a new exclamation mark that has come across with red, and it says that E-BOM inherit that you have done is inherited from the E-BOM version 1 and it is outdated. So if you click on this, let me just check out. So when I want to modify this with updates, I just click on this, then it will show me that are you willing to update this version 1 from the E-BOM to latest. Say update. This actually shows me what all is getting updated with. In the summary, it says the new material is W200 has been added with one quantity, right? And I get the option whether I want to keep the changes with regards to the existing, and then I can uncheck. If I don't want to add this, I can just uncheck it so that it will not be added. Okay, so in this way, if there are multiple entries, you can use a checkbox to select and select which component needs to be updated. Okay, because whenever you are working with these BOM variants, there will be certain components which would be either merged or would have been replaced with some other components. So we don't want the engineering BOM to push those components again. So in that scenarios, we can uncheck those which have been replaced or which have been merged together to have another, with another material ID or material. So you can check those to prevent duplicacy of the data. So once you click on update, the new data will be pushed, and you can see that it would have it with the new component, which is 200. So then all my total price and cost are getting changed. So I can just check. So and once I do the update, automatically the system gets checked in, so it creates a new version automatically. Now further, let's go back. So this way we will be able to update our BOMs and ensure that whatever design change is happening. So one of the challenges that we observe with the manual process is here, that you extract the BOM from design and then you keep on adding. Now with the Material Master, the help of Material Master, we don't need to add any new components because everything is already fed into the data, into the database while creating the material itself. So you don't have to go through the hassle of again copying it or manually editing those entries again when you're building the BOM variant. Now with the help of the connection between the variants, so whenever the E-BOM or the design BOM gets modified, the other challenge of updating all the variants or all the places wherever the BOM is materialized becomes easy with the help of this update motion. With just a single click of a button and the option to select which components to be updated, the update happens automatically, and there is a version history also to always track how things have gone, right? The next function we have is with regards to the share function. Now, when we're working with bill of material, it's not just one person who's working with just with sometimes it so happens that we have vendors and suppliers who actually work with us in defining these products. And we have to share this data to them so that they can build the component for us, or in that case, we have the function of share bill of material. So in the beginning, I mentioned that if you get DTX, you become the owner tenant, and you can call in or you can invite your vendors. So if I go to my homepage, here I have something called as invite tenant. So in this way, I can invite other people. Now, I have invited data quarters and I have invited field Excel as my collaborators. So whenever I am sharing any data with them, I can share it to these people also. Okay, so the invited people are free because they don't have access to everything. They have only access to data that you have shared with them. So let me show you how it functions. So I can select this BOM if I'm wishing to share my M-BOM to my vendors so that they can create this component. I can select this and say share BOM, and I can select which tenant I am sharing it with, and in that I can select the user who are like the users from the collaborating vendor or the supplier. Okay, whoever have been added by the vendor, saying these people will work with you while working on these projects. So you can select their name and they can just share it to them. I can select this and say share. So the data will be shared with that particular user, so that when they log in, they'll be able to access and see this particular bill of material and then take actions as per needed. And this actually helps when, let's say, there are certain components that are not available in the market, or due to that they want to update. So they can always share you an update in the comment section, or here all the history will be tracked of how things got modified and everything. So even they can put comments to let you know that there is something that has to be updated. And if you wish them to give them edit right, they can just go ahead and they can also edit this. So they can check out, create a new version and say, okay, component number that says SW2 and it is not available. They can remove that and say, we have another component which is there in your metal master, so that they can replace it with this, and then you can further take it through the process of releasing it and all those. So we also have function where you can lock so that you can prevent users from editing it, saying that once this particular bill of material is finalized, okay, so you'll be able to lock it, saying that okay, this is something which you don't want to modify, so we can lock it. Then if it's actually released, so that it will be known to everyone that this version was released for production, you can go ahead and release and also give an obsolete whenever the particular product or the particular BOM is not in use anymore. Okay. So that. Now, finally, the bill of materials can also be exported to the Excel. Okay, so with the Excel plugin, you can also populate or get the bill of material in the required format. Like it could be a flat bill of material, right? Like here, how I'm generating. You can also generate a hierarchy-based bill of material, so that in each sheet you'll get the assembly-wise output of how many components are there in each sheet. Okay, so here you can see the total, quantity being summarized for a given product. Like here you can see for one pipe it is 10.815, because that's based on the combination of the unit size and also the material required, and similarly goes for the other pipe here. Okay, whereas the other materials like elbow and everything is just total that has been accumulated across. And these columns, what needs to be showcased here can again be customized in the mapping section of the plugin. So that can be done through that. So overall, in a summary, like what all we saw just now, let us go through. First is we saw the material master, where you can store all your data. Okay. So ensuring that once material is created, if there's any revision or any update to material, you can directly go and do it the material master, so that it gets updated also in your bill of materials, so that when a material gets modified with property, you are able to see that reflected in the bill of materials. So you have to go and modify that again in the bill of materials. Next is assigning the materials through SOLIDWORKS plugin. So you don't have to again go and manually fill these data. You just have to say assign and select which is the material. Properties will come and set in the custom properties. That again makes it easy when you're working for the bill of material at the end. Next, uploading materials from the SOLIDWORKS plugin and also the Excel plugin. You'll be able to just push data, the bulk data at once. And similarly, you'll be able to manage the BOM variant with the help of the we saw once you push the bill of material, you can see how we can manage the BOM variants like E-BOM, M-BOM using the inherit function. if you want to have a link. If you don't want, you can just do a copy, and that will just be a separate variant just sitting there. Then you can create a number of variants for a given semi-finished code. Okay, and with the help of the versioning and also the history comments, and also with the functions of lock, released, and also obsolete, you'll be able to track the status and also track how things are going with the bill of material whenever you update it. And any of these changes happen with regards to the version or this, we can we'll also get a notification across that this particular user has updated so and so record. We get that notification also. And when you're working with external vendors and those other people, you can always share and collaborate with them on the fly. So you don't have to wait, like you don't have to go with the convention where you actually meet them, take a call, then decide, okay, if this much is not there, okay, how to go about. So that hassle is, overcome with the help of by sharing and collaborating with the users. And finally, the Excel plugin to upload and download the data if you want to use it externally outside the system for any other purposes like sharing it to someone externally like the vendor or supplier or your auditing or anything. For that purposes, you can use Excel plugin to download the BOM and then further process it across. Now, this is all about the bill of material. That was the agenda of the webinar today. Let me just give you a glimpse of the other portfolio that the DTX provides. One is with regards to the forecasting, one is the material demand forecast, and there is other portion of forecasting that is with regards to project plan forecasting, saying that based on how things are going with the project, when will the project end, so something like that. So I'll just come to that. So one is the first comes the material demand forecast, wherein based on the bill of material that you have built now, and making an associativity with a project plan or a schedule, you'll get an information saying that okay, if this particular BOM or this particular product will be utilized in one of the project at a given point of time, so how much quantity of or how much inventory you need. So that can through this demand forecast. Let me just show you that in tool. So the forecasting module where it will be able to see how many, what is the demand for given material. Select date range. So just will log out with my projects are in Kelvin spreadsheet, so I just have to go to that so that I pull the data with regards to the projects that have been created. So once logged in, I can go to forecast and I can select the date range to define. So when I'm looking for this, it could also be in future if your projects are in future. So here you can see between the in the last month, that is between sorry, in this month from 28th Feb till next month 28th March, how many materials do I need? So that forecast is being showcased. So this is for this bolt. So you can see the bolt that is that we require a 29 quantity of them on 6th of March, because that's how the plan has been defined. So once we do and if we go to the weld here, which already has data. So here we need one quantity of this brace, and currently the inventory, the quantity that's out there in the inventory is 7, and projected would be 6. So because we utilized on that day. So based on this, you will be able to make a call saying that okay, in the next upcoming month, how many products are there, how many materials are there, and what is the status, and which are the ones that I need to procure so that my future production doesn't get halted with this. So this demand forecast helps you with identifying the future requirement of the materials. Next is project plan. So this allows you to schedule your plan, create tasks, assign resources, and also you have Kanban board to work with so that you can know the statuses, whether it's there into progress, done, or any other status that you want to hold them, and making it easier to track the progress. And also there's timesheet linked with this so that it will show you how much work has been done by the users. So let me just show that. So if I go to my timesheet and if I select a project, and if I go to the report section, I'll be able to see how many users are occupied in a given project and where all that time is being utilized with. Okay. Similarly, the other things we have is integration, custom services, and the digital forms. So you can, if you have any particular Excel or any Word-based document that you're currently doing, you can convert them into digital formats with the help of the forms. So we have various templates with regards to those, like material request form, job order forms. So we have pre-seeded data, but if you want to create your own templates, also you can use them and create them and then digitally track the forms across, and it will be easier to manage. And then there's custom dashboards. So you can customize your dashboard, and also we have certain default dashboard available. Let me just go back to details and show you that. Now we are open to the Q&A session. If you have any questions, you can put them in the question area, so that we will be happy to answer any of the queries. Okay, there's a question from Shashi asking if I change dimensions of my product, it will reflect in BOM, revised, or anything like that. Now, yes, sir. With regards to that, see, we have something called as unit size as a property when it comes to the bill of material. Let me just show you that column. So this is called as unit size. So whenever this property gets updated, the BOM will get updated. So we just have to associate a particular property of the unit size that you're using, and then based on that, the design has to be pushed with a plugin. So you say upload BOM, like you saw when I was showcasing the BOM upload function, right? So whenever the design gets modified, you have to re-upload the BOM again to the same product code. So then the version gets updated and the data is pushed across. Currently, if your question is with regards to, if, let's say the dimension in terms of the length, width, and all those things, those properties are not currently here, but we can discuss about how to take this forward with the help of the unit size and having the associated BOM quantity across when it comes to the uploading the BOM. I hope that answers your question. Okay, there's another question from Shashi. If I export my SolidWorks BOM in CSV and after that there is any link between E-BOM and CSV? No, sir. So once you have taken it out of the SolidWorks BOM in a CSV format, there is no connection between the E-BOM and the CSV actually. You're making that link. So that's where we our DTX comes to picture, and its plugin allows you to directly push data from the SolidWorks so that the connectivity is not lost. So see, when you upload a bill of from the SolidWorks CAD, it creates the entry in the database, right? So that becomes your reference with regards to your CAD. So whenever there's update, again you push the update to the same BOM, it gets connected, and if you have any associated variants built from that bill of material, those get like how I showcase the warning, right, when I change the E-BOM variant in my DTX. So the associated bill of material variants will get intimation that following reference has been broken because there's a change. I hope that answers your question, Shashi. So there's one more question. Can we customize this bill of material as per our company standard BOM? In terms of the data that you see in the columns, to an extent we can customize. And if we can bring all the properties, bringing all the properties can be done within the database and having those association made. But showcasing the columns in our DTX, that's something that we can have a discussion one-on-one to identify which columns can be added and not. There's one more question from Shamala asking for which all external ERP software it supports. We see connection with ERP or anything like that is customized activity. So as long as we can do it for any ERP system that you have, as long as they have APIs to pull and push data. So we will be able to connect with that ERP. As of now, we have done with SAP. There are other custom ERPs that are based on Oracle database, and also there are some on the SQL database which we have already done with, to name some, because so we can do it for all of these kind of ERP systems. If you have any other database apart from this, that also we can explore in terms of as long as the APIs are available to customize. There's a question from Somen. So how about the data security? So our DTX is something that is being built and hosted on the Amazon Web Services protocol. So it has all the data security in terms of what the Amazon follows. And the question, is this a cloud-based software from Yogesh? Yes, this is a cloud-based software. But if you have a requirement with that you want to host it on a local premises, that is also something that we can look into. We can deploy it on your local servers. But this currently it's a cloud-based service that we're providing. There's a question from Shashank. Should the vendors also have use the same platform to access the shared BOM? Yes. So how this works, Shashank, is that let's say if I am a vendor who is supplying you, so with the invite button, you will send me an invite to my email ID. So once you send me the invite, I will have my credentials. So using those credentials, I can access the shared BOMs that you have shared with me. Okay. I hope that answers your question. Next, we have a question from Gaurav. They say we have different SAP code for material and for this is different code. So how can we customize this? Okay. See, in our DDX columns, we have something called as the PLM and the ERP ID. So if there is a difference between the SAP code that you are generating and also the CAD model numbers, like if you have other nomenclature for them, then we can make a link between these two when we are uploading the data to the DTX repository. So in that sense, the connection between the SAP code and this would be there. So there's one more question from Yogesh asking for, can we make it linked with UGNX? Yes, we can create a custom plugin for the UGNX based on which version of UGNX are you utilizing. So we have this plugin for SolidWorks, we have this for AutoCAD, we have for BricsCAD. So for UGNX also we can customize based on which version you're utilizing right now. Gaurav, kindly arrange a demo session for Macwell. We are willing to buy such product. Sure, sir. We will revert back to you after this webinar and we'll connect you to take this session forward. This question from Shashi. Can we link parts drawings with BOM so that other people get updated drawings along with updated bill of material? Yeah, so in the bill of material, we have a section called attached documents. So while you're uploading bill of material, you can go to that BOM and say attach the documents, that is the drawings and the part files, so that they will be uploaded in the document section of the DTX. So we can access them right from the bill of material. That is doable. Yeah, we can attach. There's one more question again asking for the drawing, attaching drawing in bill of material. We can do that with the help of the attached document function. There's one more question from Shamila. Please explore linking with Odoo software. Yeah, we have already have a customer who is using a Odoo software to manage their data in terms of the CRM properties. So we have already working with them in connecting the DTX with the Odoo software. So that's something which we can already do. There's one more question asking for, do we have a thumbnail view of part in the bill of material from Fukan? So currently we don't have a thumbnail view in the bill of material, but that is something that we are exploring to add it in the future developments. So since DTX is our own product, we are looking at the feedbacks from various customers like you, who can give us feedback on what all new features can be added, so that we will include them in the upcoming developments. So thumbnail is something we are looking at adding in the future development in this coming quarter. There's one more. Okay. This question from Rajan. Yes, sir, we'll reach you out with a quotation. You can let us know what is your requirement on which modules you want. So if it's just a BOM and this, we'll schedule it right now after this session. For other modules, we can have a call on that. There's one. Yes, Shashi, we can arrange a product demo for this. So we'll reach out to you via our mailer, like our marketing team will reach out to you, and then you can respond to us with a suitable time based on your availability. Okay, I see no further questions. Okay, thank you all for attending this webinar, and we'll keep you posted if there are any new webinars coming across like this or any other events that we conduct. So I hope to see you all again in those events and webinars. Thank you. Have a nice day.